community side groups to run the place. So can you please explain that? And that's, I think, what these two people are doing.
Now, 6 years ago, and I've talked about the change, 6 years ago, the government, the remuneration authority, gave council a block of money, about 250,000. And then that was divided up amongst the councillors. And you may notice, remember last time we had a councillor who died, and so by law, his money had to be shared amongst the other councillors. That was a bit of a problem. The government has actually now changed that, and they have looked at the work a councillor does, and said that councillor, a basic councillor in South Waikato, is worth $22,000. So if you have 10, that's at least 220, the deputy mayor gets more, and you add the mayor on top of that. And so that. But if you have 8, it is only 8 times that 22, not 10 times. So what takes place in that is a change in which the way government has funded councils. So for 8, you're not paying as much. I'm not convinced that, okay, you do things in terms of money, but what is in terms of efficiency and making quite certain you get going. We've just had 4 days of hearings, and for most of that time, I only had 7 councillors. And so I'm saying, hey, and when I look at a Potiki, and I look at Waitomo, and I talk to the mayors there, and I say, you've only got 6, what happens? And what happens there is the 6 councillors know that if they don't turn up, there won't be a quorum. And so they actually become more dedicated, whereas at present when we have 10, they say, well, if I'm not there, they still keep going. And you actually therefore say, hey, we want 8 really dedicated councillors to serve the South Waikato as we know it.
Excuse me for a moment. I just asked, I cannot understand why the mayor is pushing hard for 8 councillors when the council passed a resolution or a recommendation for there to be 10. So there seems to be something wrong there. Obviously the mayor didn't accept that council decision and recorded his vote, as did the deputy mayor, against that proposal. But I think that if the council has a recommendation of 10 councillors, then unless that's revoked or changed, then that's what that one stays at. Sorry, do you have a supplementary question? Yeah. Did you have another question?
No.
Anyone else got a question? Gordon, and then followed.
Thank you. Next, I have Neil Dimmer to answer this. When we set up the South Waikato District, and I was on the transition committee, 88, 89, we spent 18 months, 20 months actually looking at communities of interest. That's how we came up with the 3 wards. Now, I find it quite strange that you say now you could do away with the Tirau ward, just have a north and south. There were a lot of things that came into it, Neil. I don't know whether they're still looked at or whether you're going to look at them. Community of interest, Craig, is not just a dairy farm. It's a lot wider than that. There's sport, there's schooling. A large proportion of the Tirau ward go for intermediate and secondary schooling in Matamata. A large proportion pays sport to the north. Those things were all looked at. Where do people go for professional services? All of that type of thing. So, you know, that is what was done, and I presume, Neil, we're still supposed to have a fair, equitable rating system and a transparent way of coming to the conclusions. So, I hope a little more work has been done than just a statement, oh, there's dairy over both, they're much the same. It is far greater than the effort put in to look at that and then to get fair representation. Tokerau was larger. It had a lot of forestry. It was all taken into account. Or have we walked away from the basics of the core principles of what in those days we considered good governance?
Lady behind there. Yeah, hi,
Christian, you're talking about they're going to have 10 councillors, but you're going to have 2 wards. Is this your way of what time frame are you locked into having 10 councillors is my question. Because if you have 2 wards, is that giving you the stepping stone here to go down to 8 or 8 councillors further down the track?
A decision would be made if there are no appeals and no objections. The final decision would be made for implementation at the next election, which is in 2016.
Next year.
Time passes quickly. so the October, which is next year. If there are no objections or appeals. If there are objections or appeals, as former Mayor Blake said that when there was a rationalisation last time, during the Mathematical County and so forth, it could take longer than that.
My question really is if we have the 2 wards, if that goes through, how long will we stay with 10 councillors?
Well, I would suggest that any proponent that we'll have an opportunity in 6 years' time after that.
It'll be another 6 years, and then it'll go down to 8.
Well, possibly, but I mean, the point is, the board is saying is what advantage is there having a 2-ward system?
I'm just trying to find the reason why the council is so keen for the North South.
Richard, who's our legal officer?
Mr. Chairman, through you, there is the opportunity to have another representation review in 3 years' time. And if by some chance it came to a position where there were Maori wards that they got voted on somehow, there would have to be an immediate or at least another representation review before the next election.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that, Richard.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, Mr. Young.
This is for our whole district, so I've travelled up from Tokerau. We really want a community board down there. 750 of us put our submission in for. Mr. Fisk recommended to the council that there was going to cost $30,000 6 years ago to ask the community, and the council decided not to. They wanted us to sign up. We did that, but unfortunately some people signed up who were out of the district and it didn't make the number. So we've been so frustrated about trying to gain a community board in Tokerau. So we're asking you guys that have one to come and support us on Thursday, because we would like a community board. We've tried everything to get one, and this council has blocked us on every single step of the way. And we want to know why, and why are they taking yours away?
Thank you.
Didn't you have one in the first place?
So there's a gentleman there.
Yes, Stephen. My concern is with the 10 councillors here tonight, is that the Mayor talks about a dedicated councillor. In my view, when I hear that, I hear a retired person. I'd rather have 10 councillors who may or may not be able to get to the meeting, but at least are in the workforce or at least in the community and are still breathing. Rather than, no offence to those people who are elderly councillors, but they don't truly represent the wider community, the ward, like a selection of councillors who are still on board, like Terry, who may not attend all the meetings, who may miss out on stuff, but at least he's part of our community, and all the other councillors who are working councillors, they're part of the community, and they are much more on the pulse rather than older, dedicated people. Because retired people will be the only people that would have the time to attend all these council meetings.
68 of them. Just on that question, I think there's been alluded to, although not my name directly, that I have missed some council meetings. That is correct. I have a full-time job, and it is hard to get to 68 meetings. I do select which meetings I can go to. if I had 3 days of meetings in a row, I'd normally go 2 days, and